Pokemon Japan has announced some huge reprints and investors are scared. But stick around, I'm going to walk through exactly what's going on in the Japanese market and show you why this isn't anything to be afraid of. And in fact, this might just be the best time to participate in the Japanese market that we've seen in years. Stick around. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the TCG Buyers Club. My name's Gray and I buy cardboard. You probably have already heard, but Pokemon Japan has finally announced a reprint of none other than the 151 set, what has been unquestionably the most popular set from the Scarlet and Violet era so far. These little boxes right here are going for hundreds of dollars already as a new set, having only come out in the middle of last year. And this has honestly been a little bit crazy. This kind of price appreciation is something that, frankly, the Pokemon Company does not want to see. They want fans to be able to get their hands on products. And I think it's actually shocking it took them this long. But we're going to talk about why that might be and what that might mean for the market going forward. Pokemon Company is well aware of this massive demand and the issue it's created in the marketplace, and they've been dead set on resolving it. It does look like we're finally coming out on the other end of this, where the print volumes are exceeding demand and the product is immediately available. If we look at the Pokemon Center Japanese website right now, for the first time in years, you can just buy Japanese booster boxes. I'm serious. You could just go there and buy them. If you haven't shopped from the Japanese Pokemon Center over the last couple years, you might not know that it has been out of stock of any products even with booster packs for years. The only options available were occasionally to enter the lottery draws for your chance to buy one box at retail, or to enter some made to order boxes. Now, most of the most recent sets are available, and it looks like the Pokemon Center is just working backwards from the most recent sets, excluding the Raging Surf set, which I guess just isn't that popular anyways. But as reported by PokeBeach, you can see all of these recent sets have been reprinted and are now available on the website. And certainly the market prices reflect this availability. So if you're looking to collect or you're looking to invest, finally, we have some comforting lows that we can look for. In terms of 151, what kind of impact is this reprint even going to have? If you look at the market right now, I'm seeing a lot of near hysteria about this news, with the prices like tanking down really low, maybe even getting to MSRP. Like, I don't know. I don't think so. I think a really excellent case study for this reprint is the last EV Heroes reprint, which took place in around the summer of 2022. Like 151, EV Heroes was the standout release in that era of Sword and Shield. While there were a lot of great sets, it was the one that people wanted more than any, and prices had been going crazy for the year that it had been out. While it did have a material impact on the prices, at that time, I think prices still settled at, I don't know, $120 US a booster box, give or take, something that is solidly 3 times the MSRP value for these booster boxes. So while it was a nice decrease in the price and it gave people the opportunity to pick up more of those boxes at the best price they were going to find since, it's not like it got cheap. Like, the price corrected a little and then it just continued what it's been doing ever since, a slow, gradual increase in price over time, with EV Heroes booster boxes now selling solidly over $400 US a booster box. With 151, I think we are definitely going to see a decrease. I don't think it's going to be crazy. I think we're still going to be looking at the single most expensive booster box in the Scarlet and Violet era, and that's just totally fine. The reality is that the Pokemon Company in Japan does not have a track record of reprinting their sets into the ground outside of maybe the high-class sets that they release, where they know they have huge demand and they do continue to print them quite a bit throughout the rest of the year. If you look, you'll see Shiny Treasure EX is getting real cheap, and while it's not nearly as good of a set as 151 in my opinion, man, those prices are real appealing, just saying. Which takes us to the conclusion here, because yes, the Japanese market has cooled off substantially. There's no question about it. But the boom that we saw just in the last year was kind of ridiculous. There was an overemphasis on the Japanese product suddenly out of nowhere, and boxes and singles went wild. And as a Japanese collector and investor, it was just a frustrating and difficult time because I felt like I had to, pay through the nose in order to get my hands on anything that I wanted. And admittedly, I just kind of sat on my hands for most of that period. I started opening English stuff again because it started to become available. And ultimately, I do think the availability of English product has reduced the demand for Japanese. There's an inevitable overflow, which is how I discovered Japanese product in the first place. English Pokemon became unavailable. I started buying Japanese Sword and Shield era sets right before they started getting expensive, and realized that I really like those products, and I've stuck with it primarily ever since. But in the last year, I've also been opening English stuff and not Japanese, and just sitting and waiting for the market to cool down, which is exactly what is happening now, and exactly why this is actually the best time to be a Japanese Pokemon card collector or investor. These types of prices feel cheap because if you look at just the last couple years, they are. But this is a return to normal. Japanese products and Pokemon products in general are not intended to be impossible to find and extremely expensive at release. They're meant to be affordable, fun toys and hobbies for kids and grown-up kids like us. And that's exactly what they are again. So if you like Japanese sets, then yeah, get prepared to buy. I myself am looking to make some substantial 151 purchases when the price drops. I'm starting to make preparations now. And I'm also starting to take a serious look at Japanese booster boxes as something I might open more regularly for content and for fun, because I can. It's not ridiculous to open those boxes anymore when they cost what they cost today. This is really, really exciting. It means that you can finally invest the time and energy in the Japanese hobby however you want to. If you want to build large positions of sealed product, you can do it. And with the kind of prices we're seeing, you can expect them to appreciate. Are they going to go to the moon? No one knows, and realistically they won't. But if you're getting them at these prices, you don't have to worry nearly as much about the downside risk when unexpected reprints tank the price. Like, how much lower can Shiny Treasury X really go? I don't know. Maybe I'll eat those words. So, look, to close this out, I think this is extremely exciting time. It's not scary at all. And we should all just look for the ways to take the most advantage out of the opportunity that more affordable and available Japanese product presents to us, however we're engaging in the hobby. And if that doesn't get you excited, I just don't know what will. As usual, thank you so much for tuning into the TCG Buyers Club. My name's Gray, I buy cardboard, and I'll see you in the next video.